Hey guys, I'm Bionicle Titan, and welcome to Bionicle Uncovered. With me today is
Tomata.
I have the Toamana with me. Oh my gosh, they're real.
Oh my god. So I'll
Uh,
just answer the question. It's Whoopin who just said Toamata and
Yes.
Jalakim.
yeah, yeah.
The
And
crazy
Whoopin's already
Jalakim.
ruined the topic.
The crazy Jalakim who hears voices.
We're sort of kidding out today. Alright, today we are talking about the Toamana, as was spoiled by Whoopin. Not to whoop him later.
Whoopin, you fucking scum.
Ooh. Okay. So let me go ahead and start us off with the prehistory stuff, all that about Toamata.
Alright, let's do this. The Toamata were the Toa destined to awaken Matanui. Yes. Created on the island of Artaka around 100,000 years ago, the Toamata first awoke on the Order of Matanui base known as Daxia. They were told their names and of their identity as Toa. Following this, they were trained there in combat by Hydraxon. They were then sent to Cardanui where they defend the Avmatoran outwork there. While there, they had to contain energy spikes which were affecting the Rahi, and they had to defeat the sentient lightning bolts known as the Avoka. After the Matoran left the core, the Mata entered the Codex. Inside, they entered their Toa canisters, awaiting the day they would be needed. So during the Great Cataclysm, the canisters were launched onto the surface of Aquamagna when Mount fell asleep. Yeah. They were intended to land on the island created by Montanui, but the canisters malfunctioned and they drifted aimlessly in Aquamagna for 1,000 years. The drifting ended after the Avmator Takua accidentally activated a failsafe mechanism by gathering the 6 Toa stones placed by the Toa Metru a millennium beforehand. The 1,000 years had taken a toll upon the Toamata, however. The organic tissue had decayed over the years, and they had to rebuild themselves once they had arrived on the island. The long hibernation had also left them with amnesia, forcing them to rely on external information while their memories slowly coalesced.
Alright, well, when they did arrive on the island, they met their Tragas of each tribe and learned of the menace of Makuta Pterodax and the Toamata's mission. First, they had to gather each of the 6 Great Kanohi. Spoiler alert, they did find them. Shocker. Um,
Oh my gosh.
and they found each other even though they didn't remember each other because the amnesia. And Tahu soon emerged as the team leader. Let's see here. Skipping along biosector. They traveled to Kinunui where they exchanged their recently collected masks for golden kanohi, briefly conversing with the Chronicler's Company in order to secure the entrance to Kinunui. The Toa descended into the darkness of the Toa of the Mang. Haven't read this word in a while. Mangai.
Man guy.
All right. The A at the end disturbed me. Anyway, the Toa, in order to defeat the many challenges of Pterodax, merged their minds and bodies to form the Toa Kaita. Their newfound strength carried them through the Manus lair, which they did killed, and into the antechamber of Pterodax, and he diffused their forms, separating them into the 6 Toa again. The Toa were then forced to confront the Shadow Toa, physical manifests of their own darkness. After realizing that Shadow Toa were representative of their own darkness, the Toamata absorbed them and continued on to Pterodax's lair. Pterodax approached them in the form of a Matoran in an attempt to disillusion them about their ideals and goals. The Toa refused to fall for his ploy. Um, I'm not sure if that's a typo, that's weird. Prompting the Makuta to unleash his power at them, shape-shifting into the form of a vortex, using their elemental powers The Toa succeeded in defeating Pterodax, driving him back into his lair.
Alright, and then we ended it off. That's Bionicle through 2001. And the next time, next up is the Borak saga, which came next, of course, 2002. And the Borak were actually not like, hold on, wording. Okay, when the Great Beings created all the Batoran, they turned a percentage of them, or destined a percentage of them really, to transform into mechanical Borak at a certain point in their lives, which had also been based off the previous creations, the Patera. Go read Empire of the Skrull, Bionicle Paper Cuts number 8, and you'll find out what those things are, or just look at BS01.
Yeah.
Works too. So once they emerged from Makuta's lair, there was a Matoran from Takoro, excuse me, and he was repeating the same word over and over again, which was Borak.
Brock.
Borak.
Barack
They
Obama.
Obamacare. I'm not even American. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
we're not gonna go into that right now. That's a time subject for another time. But
Yeah,
the
it is.
yes, the Exotoa, which were actually placed as a failsafe because of how powerful the Borak were, the Brotherhood knew that. So after they heard the little Matoran going Borak, they ran over to that place known as Takoro. Yes, and
Yes.
so yeah, they encountered the ice and stone Borak. Names escape me. Korok and Barak, I think, something like that. I believe, with their little midget Borak accompanying them, because they're midgets and can't defend themselves. It's like sort of like Charles, but shorter.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. All right. So after they sort of fought around a while in Talakoro, and after that, Taraga Bakama explained that these are the Borak and that the Krana, they can only be defeated, and the Krana were controlling them, so they had to go and find all of the Krana.
It's like 2001 all over again.
Exactly.
Yes, I love, dude. You gotta collect them all, man.
Gotta catch 'em all. Okay, alright. Where did I lose my power? Okay. Sorry, I'm keep losing my train of
Yes,
thought this evening.
yes. The
So,
voices say that.
there were 8 different Krana, and I believe there were actually only 6 Kanohi they had to collect, right? The
Yeah,
6 original.
yeah.
Well,
They
now
only.
they could,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So now they had to collect 8 different Krana from each type of Borak. So they split up and searched.
8
Now,
times 6, bruh. Do the math. That's a lot.
it is.
It's a lot of
So,
prana for one Toa.
yeah, really. So, on his way back to his village, Liwa fell under the control of one of the Krana for a nice little period of time. He returned to his village to find the Krana and talk to his village elder, Matau, when he saw all of his Matoran and his Turaga wearing Kranas and being creepy.
Just
Or,
like you.
hey.
Yes.
I guess that's what
Now
it
we're
is.
even. Now we're even.
Fine. I guess so. Now, Onua eventually came and found him because the Toa had wondering where he was. So Onua and Liwa fought for a little while, and Onua freed him from the swarm. Then Pohatsu, Onua, and Gali worked together to retrieve the Krana from a group of Tanak, the Fire Borak. And while this was happening, Liwa was still recovering, and Tahu and Kopaka discovered where the Borak came from inside the island of Motunui itself, which was the Borak nest. Now, when they entered them, they eventually made it through many traps into the lair of the Barag, which are the queens of the Borak, their leaders. And there, they called upon the power of the Exotoa, and they got these by putting their Krana in the ground in little niches, and then they magically appeared.
It's pronounced niche.
Niche. Nosh niche. Who gives a crap anymore?
I give a crap, okay? God damn.
Okay! Alright, so they were trying to fight with the Exotoa, and then Tahu realized, oh hey, we can't use our elemental powers in these. We should take them off. So they took them off and combined their powers in a single beam, trapping the Barog in solid protodermis. Where does that sound familiar from? The next 2 years later, in 2004, when the Metru fought Pterodax for the first time.
Yes.
Then
My chair.
6 columns. Then 6 columns opened up and filled. They were all the Toa were in them, and they filled with energized protodermis, and they submerged inside of it and were changed into something else. The Toa Nuva, which we will talk about next time. But now we're going to go into detail
On each
on
Toamata.
exactly. So let me go ahead and start us off with Tahu and Kopaka.
Alright, so first we got Tahu, right? So Tahu is the hot-headed but selfless Toamata of fire and leader of the Toa team, tasked with awakening the Great Spirit Matanui. He's quite hot-headed, as I said. He has quite a temper, but later on in the story he kind of becomes more mature, which I find cool, because character development, man! He's also one of the most courageous of the Toa, because, you know, he's cool. He could also be quite aggressive, compared to the other Toa. He's the aggressive guy. Often argues with Kopaka, who's basically the opposite of him. His element is fire, and his main mask is the Kanohi Hao, the Mask of Shielding, and his Toa tool is the Fire Sword. And
Yes.
now for Kopaka. Kopaka is the second in command of the Toamata, and he's basically the opposite of Tahu, like I said. He's the calculating and independent Toamata of ice. So basically, he's the lone wolf basically, and he likes to think a lot because he's the smart one. His element is ice, and his main mask is the Kanohi Kaku, the mask of X-ray vision. His main Toa tool is his ice sword, and his other Toa tool is his ice shield.
Yes.
And that is Kopaka.
Now, Whoopin, Foda, whatever you want to call him, will now tell us about Pohatu and Onua.
Alright, well, I'll start with Pohatu. Pohatu is the cheerful and brave Toamata of stone. He wears the Kanohi Kakama, which is the Mask of Speed, and his weapon of choice is feet additions, so because he likes to kick a lot. He's good in Koli.
You gotta have some safety for your foot, so when you kick something
Yes.
spiked, it doesn't hurt.
They don't have shoes and Bionicles, so you gotta come up with something else.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Alright, so next up is Onua. Onua.
Yes, Onua.
Yes.
The difference between Onua and Ottawa is basically the
Yeah.
Toa Metru is pronounced as Ottawa, and for the Toa of Earth, you basically emphasize the O, so it's Onua. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Onua is the reserved and reflective Toamata of Earth. His mask is the Great Pakari, the Mask of Strength, and his weapon of choice, his hands. Because he's awesome like that. He just uses his hands, picks something up, throws it as his enemies. Pretty awesome.
He has the biggest hands ever, I swear.
Yes.
Wonder what those are good
They're
for.
massive. Alright.
I was gonna make a dirty joke, but I'm gonna refrain.
That's probably
moving
good.
on to the final two, Lua and Gali.
Yes. Toa Liwa, also officially pronounced Lewa, is the wild and carefree, much like his element, Toa of air. His main mask is the Kanohi Miru, the Mask of Levitation, which allows him to fly. His main weapon for 2001 as a Mata is a axe, which pretty cool. He has a strong devotion to helping his friends and his village, and will extend his kindness to people he doesn't even know very well. But he hates water with a passion. That's something to remember. So he's sort
Yeah.
of like the opposite of Golly, which
Loves water.
obviously she's the Toa of water, and
Water rules, man. I love
wears
water.
she wears the cow, the mask of water breathing. Her weapon is hooks, because she's a hooker.
Oh yeah, and I found out about the deal with her hooks. Hooks. So this is how it is. When like in 2001, 2002, the hooks were actually supposed to be her actual hands, but later on in the story, like around 2008, Greg decided that they were just handheld items.
Yeah, that was a question we had when talking about this, because
Yeah.
you look and you never see her without those little hooks in her hands.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so basically, in that's why in the art they're depicted as their hands, but like in the canon, they're actually the handheld things.
yeah, so she is very calm, very cool and collected most of the time. She calls the deepest, like the darkest, deepest oceans her home, but she also has this nice, warm, and caring female characteristic, and she is often the only one who keeps the Toa from splitting up or doing battle amongst themselves. Mainly Tahu and Kopaka. That's how it is. She is the wisest of the Toa and recognizes the importance of the three virtues and how they affect the team. And that is all we have for you guys today. Next time we will have an intro to show you with this, mixed by Jalocum personally with the music.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. But
Yes.
alright, until next time, I'm Bionicle Titan. And I
Go
get
whooping.
Yeah.
you guys can
Whooping
say
you.
your
You're
names.
second, man. I'm always the last one.
Yeah. Sorry. And I
See,
am Oda Films.
And I am DJ Jalikim. See ya.
until,
Oh wait, no, we're still recording.
well, now we can see
Frickin' scum.